Hello friends, this is Indranil again and I welcome you all to this part of the tutorial series in which we are creating a CMS application with Node.js. So in this part we will be installing handlebars and setting up our view engine. So with the help of view engine we can display HTML pages or render HTML pages to the end user. Okay, so like always, we will install the package for handlebars. I will be typing the name directly because, like I said, my IDE automatically installs it for me. So the package name is express-handlebars. Make sure you get the spelling correct. It's handlebars. Okay, now I'll put my cursor, alt enter, and not dependency but a production dependency. Okay, so it's installing now here, as you can see. So it'll take a couple of minutes. So while it's doing that, I'll go down here, let's say after Express, to set up my view engine, and I'll put a comment here first. Let me put a comment here: setup view engine to use handlebars. And I've created this HPS constant here. Okay, so to set up the engine, the command will be again through this app object. So app.engine function, it takes a string for the extension. I'll use handlebars, and then it's looking for a callback function. Okay, so I'll use this object, this HPS object, and will configure it. So as of now, what I want to use it, for it to use a default layout, and that will be my default layout, which is under this should be under this layouts folder. I did not create that. I'll do that in a moment. Okay, so with this let's end the statement, and then we'll use app.set to set this engine as view engine, and the engine we want is handlebars. Okay, that's about it. So our view engine is ready and configured now to be used. Okay, so let me create a file here in this layouts folder that will be used as my default layout. So make sure you're creating a file with the .handlebars extension. It's handlebars in plural. So I'll create default .handlebars. So I'm doing it for this time only, because the next time onwards I will use the templates that are already available with this IDE, and it also has a handlebar extension template available. So but for the first time I'm going to create this file manually. Okay, you see it has got a mustache symbol here. So this is for handlebars, and I'll copy the layout here, which is available in my GitHub repository, and I'll share a link in the description below. Okay, just give me a sec to copy that. Hold on. All right, go to my files. Right, so it's basically a bootstrap template that I'm going to use, and you can find it in the bootstrap website here. So if you go to get bootstrap nodejs.com, and there are I believe examples. Yep. So here there will be a blog. This is a new template. I am using the old one. Okay, I think they have removed it from here, but I'll share it in my link anyways. I'll put a link to that file. You can use it. And for the backend, there is a theme known as sp underscore backend, something like that. Let me check here. Categories, admin and dashboard. So these are not free. Okay. So anyways, I'll share those templates anyways. Okay. And if I refresh the page now, I don't have the CSS and the JavaScript attached yet, and this is the log home starter bootstrap template. Okay, so I'll copy these CSS files and all those files as well inside this public folder, of course. Okay, so I'll copy the CSS and vendor and paste it here. Okay, and this has bootstrap jQuery as well. Good. So I'll put a / so that it refers to my root directory, then the vendor directory. So this will point to my root of the website and then the vendor. Okay. Similarly, for the JavaScript files, I'll go down at the bottom of my page and put 2 /. So that should be it. If I go back to my page and refresh it, this does nothing. Okay, let's see why. My terminal is here, so it's running. All right. Okay, the reason is that we are not rendering anything. Okay, so let's do that, and let's create a index file here under the default, because it's the default location. That this is my default what do you call default web page, which will use this layout, and I'll break this layout in multiple chunks or partials and will store it here in the default directory. Right now I am keeping this index file as blank so that it can render everything which is present in the default template here. Okay, and to render it, what we'll do, we'll use a function with this res object, that is res.render, and we'll give the path as default/index. Okay, that's it. Save it, go back to the browser, refresh. There we go. Okay, so since our index does not have anything in it right now, it's rendering everything which is present in the layout. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to do a little bit of refactoring. I want to remove this URL from here and store it in a variable somewhere else so that this is not visible to the two other persons. So let's create a new file here under the config folder, name it configuration or whatever you want, and there should be a JavaScript file. And to create variables or functions which should be available outside this file to other JavaScript files, what we need to export them, and the way to export anything in Node is using this module object that has export property, and you can bind it to anything you want. So I will be exporting an object here, a JavaScript object here that will have the first key as MongoDB URL, and I'll copy that URL from here. Okay, I'll copy the entire URL including the uh, single quotes and put it here. That's it. Save it. And to use that variable here, I would need to import it. Okay, so I'll import something from my configuration file here, and what I want to import, as soon as I require this file, I'll have the access to this MongoDB URL variable. Okay, you can use it, MongoDB URL, and it should work as before, and I should see the database is again able to connect successfully here. Okay, great, that's done. Also, we will be refactoring the routes because we cannot create routes in this app.js file. It will be huge then. We will be using some sort of modular approach. We'll be taking a modular approach there. Okay, but for this particular tutorial, I wanted you to show how to set up the view engine and render templates or HTML files to the browser. So I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next tutorial, in the next video, where we will be creating some more routes and some more templates. So till then, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.